Good morning, everyone. This is Ivana from Express Prints, and I would like to welcome you to my latest tutorial. Now, this tutorial is going to be quite long, so I'm going to be separating it into a few parts. I'm thinking two, but it could be three depending on how we're getting on, because we are talking about quite a large topic today, how to transform our AI generated images into wall art. So from pixels to wall art, and there's just so much to cover. So I really want to break it down for you and also look at how things changed since I last did it in 2023. We are now in 2024. Midjourney massively advanced, and I'm sure there are some other AI generators that are also much better than they used to be. So this is going to be quite exciting. So here is a quick overview of what we're going to be covering in this tutorial. So in this part, I want to take a look at how I sort of present my artwork and what other options are there for each of us. So I am very lucky that I'm self-taught. I'm sort of like a WordPress creator. I've created quite a few websites. I've learned how to do that in my 30s. So obviously that sort of saves me money on paying someone to do that website for me. But of course, there are so many other options, whether you choose to sell on Etsy or Amazon Marketplace, or you can rent these services from platforms like Shopify. So the options are endless. I do prefer to have my own website because, of course, you are not as limited to what you can do. You're also not giving chunk of your money away from each sale, but of course you do need to market your services, market your products, and whereas the other platforms do that for you. So guys, I just wanted to give you a quick overview. I'm actually showing you my brand new website that I've only just created in January, which is aici.co.uk. This is my interior design website and artworks. So it took me a year to sort of like decide what I really wanted to do with Midjourney. Now, obviously we've come such a long way since I first started with Midjourney version 3. There wasn't much we could do with these images. They were rather poor quality, but we were still trying. But now really the photorealism is so amazing that I sort of took the chance and decided to go for what I've always wanted to do, and that is visualizing interiors. And I also love product concepts and of course art. So it really goes nicely together. My other website, expressprints.com, is more for tutoring and coaching, and I'm selling my AI books on this. But this is sort of my baby. And if you want to follow me on social media for my interiors, creative interiors, I will pop the link underneath this video. I would so love to have you there. So guys, the reason I'm showing it to you is that I wanted to show you at the back of the back end of WordPress. So what you need to do to start sort of selling your artworks as wall canvas or acrylic prints. Basically, WordPress runs on plugins. I'm not going to go into depth on how I build this, but you need WooCommerce. WooCommerce is a free plugin that sort of allows you to sell with ease. Well, it still needs some training and it's not as easy as it sounds. So my theme for my WordPress is Avada. I've been working with Avada for I think 15 years or so, so I'm quite used to it. So Avada, WooCommerce, and then you will have a plugin for print-on-demand company, whether Gelato, or if you prefer, you can go for Printify, Printful. Yeah, so we will go through each of them in this tutorial, and I will show you the pros and cons, and what kind of products you can be working with through each POD company. So I'm sort of like more sort of with gelato. I mean, I've done another review on gelato when I did my marks. The only thing that I sort of like do not like necessarily, I'm based in the UK, and I've actually tried sort of ordering mugs from them, and it really depends on how close you are to what facility, because they work with different fulfillment centers all over the world basically, and the quality can differ. And if you try to say, well, can I have my products fulfilled in this facility, they say, well, no, because your customer lives 2 hours away or something. So yeah, I mean, this is the one issue that I see. I wish they sort of like did the fulfillments in your preferred fulfillment center, but it doesn't work like that. So um, what I have also noticed, it's since 2023, now we are in 2024, these platforms are much busier than they used to be. So that makes me think that people are using them more and more. I also see massive opportunity for platforms like this to expand, because now that we can visualize anything, we are no longer just happy with furniture from IKEA or clothes that we buy everywhere. And actually, with these companies, we can create all basically our own world. We can create our clothes, we can create, wall art, furniture, anything. Going back to my website, so this is pretty much it. Obviously, I've got appointment hour booking because I want to speak to customers. My services are custom, so I will need to speak to them. But apart from that, I don't really have any other plugins. I'm always trying to keep my WordPress as simple as possible. And I have Omnisend because I love their marketing sort of emails and how they work. They're really amazing for WooCommerce. I think they are the best, even better than MailChimp. Lastly, let's take a look at the product section. So it's all sort of like created from WooCommerce. And of course, I had to, implement this button, this gelato. Sometimes it gives you like a error. So, gelato customer service is quite amazing. And you just need to connect these two and then you're done. So let's take a look at what my products look like. So if I go to all products, the way I displayed it, again, this is like a statement to how far we have come. My first images on Etsy were like really cute, very simple, like trees in a like a colorful trees in the autumn. But now I'm sort of like trying to get really like my most amazing artworks out there that I'm really proud of. I wouldn't just put anything that I'm not 100% proud of. So, for example, I have this solitary glow, which is sort of like this light effect, and I'll show you how I did that. So, if I click on it, obviously, we have quite a few choices on how to represent our artwork. So, whether we want canvas, traditional canvas, or acrylic prints. I actually find it less fiddly to do acrylic prints, and they also look lovely. With these, you have to really make sure that all the edges are covered. Sometimes you miss it and then customer isn't happy, but of course Gelato can't take any responsibility because it's how you uploaded it. So you really have to be careful, but I'll show you everything. Yeah. And then basically they can choose an option. Of course, when we are on our own website, we can create beautiful mockups with Midjourney. That option isn't available yet in V6. But it's very important with companies like Etsy to remember that we no longer can do mockups that misrepresent the image size. So I'm sort of like going on my website for now while I'm waiting for V6 to kick in. The zoom function, I'm sort of like only displaying mockups from Gelato, and you know what, it's absolutely fine. But as I mentioned, I don't really display these on Etsy anymore. So yeah, so then I sort of like go to Wildcat collection. I've been doing this yesterday. So again, these are acrylic prints which I prefer. Yeah, so again, very simple to navigate. Customers can choose the size, and look how gorgeous the quality is, right? So we will go over quality and how to make sure that our artworks are really high quality. I mean, look how beautiful these cats are. You know what? Since I've discovered Midjourney, I'm in love with cats, wild cats, birds. all sorts. And then you have like a nice description. All this is done in Gelato, and then it automatically transform your products onto the WordPress, and you just edit it as you want. Yeah. And then I'm also then using like a categories code, and I've got them down here. So these are my custom works. This is actually a feature that I'm really excited about. I would love to do more custom work rather than off the peg work like this. But yeah, it's sort of like takes a while to get the services going. So this is very simple. It's just basically it's a code in a background. So if I can just show you, if I edit page, you can see that most of my backend is sort of like coding, codes, social links, and then you just add simple codes. Yeah, so this is my gallery code block. So basically, yeah, this is how it's done. So you decide how many products you want to display in how many columns, and then just do the category, guys. But I do appreciate that if you don't have experience working with WordPress, this is quite daunting. So like if you have to, please hire someone to do it for you, because I think it's going to be worth it. Or head to Etsy and upload your products there. Of course, Etsy will take care of the like a traffic to your products if you're lucky. I mean, it's so oversaturated right now, but I think there's definitely still room for really really good quality artworks. But and hopefully the whole stigma of AI generated artwork is going to go away soon, because let's face it, these are not easy to create. I mean, people do think that it's just we type something in and beautiful image comes in, but we know that it's just not true. It's a hard work, and the learning never stop. So guys, this is it for this part of the tutorial, and let's get to the next part. Now let's take a look at preparing our images for print. So guys, of course, we are creating AI prints, AI images. So Midjourney, Leonardo, there's so many of them already. Always check the terms and conditions of your license. I am paying for standard license with Midjourney, but I see so many Bing generated images which do not look as sharp as the Midjourney or Leonardo or other ones, and B, you are actually not allowed to sell them. So it's really really worth checking what you can and cannot do, and what kind of license you hold with each subscription. So guys, preparing our images, of course, as I mentioned, Midjourney isn't perfect. We get all sorts of funny stuff going on, so we really become a treasure hunter. Yeah, so become someone who is always looking for that treasure in your artwork. I also wanted to say that it can be overwhelming, because literally we can visualize anything with Midjourney or AI generators. So guys, you know what, don't be afraid to take your time and decide what you want to do with them. It doesn't need to be for sale. You can just enjoy a couple of months a year just creating them, learning about how to generate them, um, and then decide, because it literally took me a year to really like think, yes, this is what I want to do. I now know I'm going to be doing interiors, I'm going to be doing custom artworks, but I also really enjoy creating my own artwork, and getting really good at it, because everything that I am selling on my website has not been generated just using two words. It's been remixed, yeah, all sorts of things going on there. So guys, again, like if you need to take some time to figure out what you want to do, that's absolutely fine. Most of us will navigate towards Etsy, to start with, and try to sell digital files, but it's really oversaturated. So finding like a little bit of a niche in the market, looking at what is not out there yet, even if you are a pioneer in that field, don't be afraid to go for what you truly love about generating images. Now, I am so loving Midjourney. I don't think I'll ever go to another, obviously, generator, but I am sort of keeping an eye on everything. So, yeah, okay, let's keep going. So, as you can see here, what I'm doing here is I have my original artworks sort of presented in this way. And this is only possible right now in Midjourney V 5.2. this is why I'm sort of like waiting to see what Midjourney V6 will do, because I love how they present these. Of course, you can use pan features to make it bigger, to fill it in, and but again, guys, if you want to do it this way, especially on Etsy, you really need to make sure that you can actually sell image size like this. Yeah, so that's something to consider. Is AI ad work that good that it can do massive files? Well, we are going to be taking a look at it today, and I think yes. I think it can also do murals, but of course, we have to test, and it doesn't hurt to order samples from each print-on-demand companies that you want to work with, so that you are not disappointed, but also your customers aren't disappointed, because you really don't want bad reviews. Okay, guys. So how do we prepare our artwork for sale? So here are some I created. So basically, we can these are all created with Midjourney V6. Currently, we can upscale. Let's have a look. We can upscale in a creative or subtle way, and it only upscales up to 2 times, which is actually quite okay, because what I'm finding is even the free upscalers that I was talking about in my previous tutorials are now paid for, especially if you are starting from a larger file already. So it's really whether you want to do the first upscale in Midjourney, or you want to take that smaller image and then go to AI upscalers that work for free if they are smaller. But what I find is that I go to Canva. What, good old Canva is like really well. First things first, I think you need some kind of professional account when you want to do this professionally, when you actually want to work with your artworks. Even if you are subscribing, you get a first month free, then you can cancel if you manage to do everything that you want to do. But look how easy it is to actually upscale our artwork in Canva. So I'm just going to pop in here, and I'm going to import file here. And I'm just going to, I believe these are the small ones. Yeah. So I'm just going to, this is one of my favorite cats. So what happens now is that using a new design, yeah, custom sized, and it sort of gives you already the dimensions of the cat. So I'm just going to do create new design. And if I want to download it, but upscale it, so I just go to share, download. And guys, again, this you need a professional account to do this, but literally you can just upload it to any size. But it just says here that it will take a little bit longer. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, and then download. So this is 6,160, 4,640, and actually it creates a beautiful image. Now, one thing that I've actually been talking to Chat GPT today about was that what is better? Is it better to sort of download our enlarged files as PNG or PDF or print? And as you know, PDF or print is a must for when we are doing like, for example, KDP for books, or well, it's useful in many ways. But actually, is it better to download our files as PDF print? So again, guys, professional account is needed for this, and you would go to PDF for print here, flatten, and you will go to CMK, which is best for professional printing. And I think ChatGPT told me that what did it say? So hold on. Yeah, it helps me structure this tutorial as well. So for printing images, especially for high quality prints like artwork, PDF is often the preferred format over PNG. PDFs can include all the necessary print information, such as ICC color profiles, and support a wide color gamut. They also maintain high clarity when scaled, which is crucial for printing large canvas size. PNG are generally good for web images, but can lack the advanced color and printing settings that a PDF would hold. So, guys, here is a recap of that information. Guys, in this part, we're going to be taking a look at how to choose the right size and the right format for our artworks. Now, guys, as we mentioned before, in terms of our format that we choose, whether PNG or PDF, well, it really depends again, like on you, what you choose. I mean, of course, now I've learned that it's better to do PDF. I'm probably going to be changing my artworks, but there's something that I want to show you. So for example, if I am now going to upscale this cat to first, I'm going to actually upscale it and download it as PNG. So this is quite a good measurement. I think that should sort of like be quite nice and crisp. So I'm just going to upload this cat, download, sorry, this cat. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to home and I'm going to upload the same cat. And I'm going to be trying and downloading it as a PDF. And we'll try both in a print on demand company. So use a new design. Again, hopefully it should give us the measurement. Okay, it doesn't. So we just copy these measurements from the top. 5, 2, 3, 6, and we have 3, 9. Oh, 3, 9. Oh, goodness me. Okay. Using a new design, custom size, and we have 5, oops, 5, 2, 3, 6, and we have 3, 9, 4, 4. Yeah. And now we create new design. And we're now going to be downloading this cat. Oh my God, it's just so beautiful. Look at how beautifully upscale it is. It's got something on its nose. Um, so we wait until it sort of like fully uploads, because otherwise it's not going to let us download. And now I'm going to download button. Guys, again, for this, you need a Canva subscription, but you can get a 1 month for free and just do all of your images in one go. But I find I wouldn't be able to work without Canva. So it's really worth it. And then I go to PDF print, and then here what I need to do, I need to choose the CMYK, which is perfect for printing. That's something that you would also do for KDP Amazon. Flatten, PDF is very important, and download. Yeah, so we basically, as ChatGPT suggested, to upload it, to upscale it first and then download it as PDF. And in the next part, we're going to be uploading it to Gelato and seeing what we can do. Guys, and welcome back to the final part of our tutorial, where we are actually going to be creating our wall art with company called Gelato, which is a print-on-demand company. But guys, again, like I cannot stress enough, depending on where in the world you are, there's quite a few good ones. I know in the UK we have Contrado UK, which also the company does also bed sheets and things like that. I find them really expensive though, but they do like really sort of like good quality. I'm happy with Gelato. Gelato is quite a good quality. I did another tutorial on how I how I did with these cups, with these mugs. Again, I created these in Midjourney, and sort of I'm describing, like my experience with Gelato. Obviously, all of them have fulfilling centers all over the country, and like in UK, I think they have quite a few. Now, I like one fulfilling center where I got this mug from, but unfortunately, it depends on where my customers are ordering from. And, that means that the quality may differ, the colors will be different as well. And you cannot pick and choose the fulfillment center. So it's up to the system in Gelato that decides which fulfilling center they use. And yes, in my experience, one wasn't very good, but so that's why actually I stopped doing mugs because I just didn't want to take that chance that the customer is going to be unhappy and I'm going to get bad reviews, because I really care about the quality. Guys, so the three main companies that are out there, and I would really again encourage you to do your research, are Gelato. Gelato is a smaller one, that's why I think I like to work with them, but they also have little bit fewer less products than the other companies. But I mean, like, I can see that they actually increase the range. I think, what it is, I think more and more of us are now turning to these companies, to create our own products. So I think there's a massive market for more companies like this. I would love to see a company where they would also create furniture on demand. So who knows where we're going. Now we've got Printify. They have this thing called all over print, which is really, really famous. So you can literally create anything, and it's really easy to create. Again, Midjourney is very useful. There's just so many things we can do. And then we also have Printful. Printful is quite good as well. Again, I believe they have the all over print as well. Let's take a look very quickly. Um, well, I think they do, but obviously I'm. Oh yeah, all over print. Yeah, so they do. Yeah, I think so. That's only this Gelato doesn't have all over print, but yeah, I'm happy with them in terms of like artwork, because that's all I'm doing right now. But if I wanted to go into clothes and things, but you know what, guys, it doesn't hurt to be with more than one, because don't just put all your eggs in one basket. Try different companies, give them a chance and see which one really works for you. But again, like, the process is so simple, guys. You can't go wrong. Like, it literally, the design software like leads you through everything. So I tried so many products in the past, but unfortunately I wasn't really selling them. Obviously, you know uh, I don't really pay for advertising, but you know what, like, there's really like a lot of opportunities in this market. I don't think it's a get rich scheme, but it's a good way to, also, it makes us happy, doesn't it, when someone else appreciates the work that we've done and someone buys the product. It's such a good feeling. Okay, so now let's get to uploading our images to Gelato and create artworks. So, just a quick recap of what's important when we are creating artwork. So, first of all, choose artwork that you're really proud of. Make sure that be that treasure hunter in your artworks. I, for example, have created over 30,000 images with Midjourney, and I'm selecting only a handful for my arts. So, be really picky. Think of your customers, think of the quality, and don't sell something that is below quality that you would expect as a customer. So that would be my advice. Again, we've covered how to upscale our images. We've covered sort of like the idea of sizes for these canvas. So let's go to it. Right. So if I head to product catalog on, excuse me, on Gelato, I'm just going to go down to, well, guys, firstly, I want to show you home. And I want to show you how easy it is to connect to your store to Gelato. So here I have Express Prints, and then here I have AICI Creative Interiors. If I sort of go here, I see all my products here. Yeah, all the products that I've created. And because I've already been designing these, we will actually use these as examples, because obviously I've done it. I'm a little bit familiar with it. So, guys, by the way, I'm no expert. I'm learning just as you are. The more we learn together, the better we get. So basically, the good thing is that you can actually create templates. Yeah, so here you have some options. If I know that I'm going to be creating the same size, then I just duplicate. But also I have some templates here. So if I go to my templates, I've got these templates down here. Now I've got other templates here. So yeah, it's, for me, it's easier to work this way. Of course, you don't have to have templates, but for me, I quite like it. Okay, so if we go to the first artwork, so this is the traditional Canva. Now, if you want to go, if you are new to Gelato, you would go here. You would do all your implementing and everything, and you would go to wall art, and you would find canvas, but these are so many options to choose from. So as I mentioned, I like acrylic print. It's less fiddly than canvas, but I'm also going with the traditional canvas, and it's fulfilled literally around the world in 20 countries. Now, don't be fooled by this number. It's not it's not a number that you're going to pay. That it will come to much more, because that's exclusive of VAT and also shipping charges. So you really need to price your artwork accordingly. And then so you can choose deliver where you want to deliver. By the way, guys, you don't have to have it connected with your website. You can also do this manually. Yeah, and then just choose your canvas here, what size, and start designing. But I'm going to go with my if I go to stores, and I'm going to go to AICI, and I'm going to go to my templates. Yeah, because as I said, I like to create templates. So let's go first with the canvas. So just going to edit, and I already have this, as you can see. So the DPI is in okay. So I'm just going to delete this image, and I'm just going to go to files. And of course, I've got larger files here. Guys, again, these are files, PNG files. They are not PDF. But for this purpose, I think it's going to be okay. And then in the cut example, I will show you the PDF as well. Guys, let's go through all these options here. So we've got here are already my pre-selected sizes that actually, guys, give yourself the time to learn, because it's not just even ChatGPT can be helpful, but it's not perfect. So what we need to remember when we are working with canvas is these edges here, they need to be covered. Otherwise, customers are going to have like wide edges, and obviously that's not what we want. So with these, it's a bit fiddly, because we need to make sure that all these gray areas are filled as well. So guys, let's have a look at the options. So we go to product, so we go canvas. So this is a wrap, but we can also do mirror. Yeah, so wrap, I'm sort of choosing wrap. Thickness, slim and thick, I'm going to go for slim. Obviously, orientation is vertical. And then here we have all these sizes, and I pre-selected these ones. But for example, I'll just show you if I do this one. Yeah, it's not as nice. So this is how you can choose your sizes, and then you will see what each size look like. Yeah. So I think here we need to sort of like drag it down a little bit, like, again, make sure, guys, that all your edges are filled. So they're actually quite nice in this example. This doesn't need to be filled, but everything else does. So this is a fiddly part, of course, like getting your canvas sizes right, and getting all the like white spaces that need to be filled. Yeah. Then what we have layers. Then we have files. Then we have text. We can add text. Then we can personalize. Yeah, so there's all sorts of options. Now I want to show you how it works with PDI. So for canvas, obviously, like if it was the wrong PDI, DPI, sorry, that's the depth of the image. It would sort of like do like a cross, so it's happy with this. So it's 196, it's not 300 like we should, but it's okay. And then here it goes down a little bit. Yeah, so but it still says that it's okay, so probably because it's canvas. But I would go ahead and enlarge this, and possibly do it as a PDF. And then what we're going to do, we can actually preview it. So let's have a look. These previews aren't great. We've got better previews on the like mugs and things. We can do 3D, but yeah. And then we go to continue to mockups. Yeah, and once we are happy, make sure everything is done and all the white spaces are covered. So now we've got these select mockups. They obviously, is it coming up? They obviously charge for, you can choose premium or free. So sort of these are all free. So I will probably go for this one as well. But yeah, as we saw, Midjourney does much better job. But again, guys, it's very important that we do not mislead customers on Etsy. So you can do, all these. Yeah. And then we continue to detail. So here are sort of like where you put your description. Again, just smoky. So guys, I actually don't smoke, but I just love this sort of like style of drawing. So basically, this is what sort of Gelato gives you. So I would keep this, but I would, of course, like ask ChatGPT or create something on my own. as you saw on my website. So if I now look at this on my website, so my description is my title is Solitary Glow, and then the website the description is here. That I added to Gelato. Yeah, but you can add anything you want. So I would take off this. No minimums are required because customer doesn't need to know that. Yeah, so all this should go away. But apart from that, I would leave it because it's basically Gelato's way of ensuring the customer understands what he or she is getting. And then we go to prices. So, guys, here again, I'm no expert. I like to click this so that I can see what my sort of like profit would be. So you can here choose your country. So I'm doing United Kingdom, of course, and you can. These are the options. So you can set retail price to, or set profit to, or set profit margin to. Yeah. So play around with this, and here basically I have 50% as an example. If I update, so here's my estimated profit. If I go to set profit margin to, then again update. So here is basically what I should be earning. But it somehow never is that much. I don't know why. And then basically just save template, and that's how we created our template. So again, our templates are here, and this is the one we just edited, the fiddly one, the canvas one. So now if I want to create a product out of it, I go to my store here, add product, use a template, and I'm going to click on this, and basically again go with the same process that I've just done. So continue to mockups because I'm happy. Of course, if I need to change anything, this would be the time to change it. So I'm going to be selecting mockups. This always takes a little while. I think it's because more of us are using it. And then we continue to details, and then of course continue to prices. And I'm going to actually publish it, but I will also delete it because of course I already have it. But I just want to show you what it looks like on the WordPress website. So publish. So it says that the product is being published. You can continue to add more products. Yeah. So I'm just going to wait until this is done. So fantastic. So it's been smoky, smoky. And then I go to my website and I go to products, all products, and it's here. It's right here. So if I now click on edit, and I can actually have a look at what it looks like. Yeah, so this is actually all created. I absolutely love this image. So yeah, and that's how simple it is. So if I guys, I don't want to publish it because of course I already have it. But then the way customer would go about it, well, you know what? I'll show you in a real, uh, as a real customer. And let's now take a look at what customer sees when they see the storefront of my website and the process that they go through with all the plugins that I've got and all these products on my website. So customer would see this. I'm obviously in an incognito window. I'm not logged in. So we're going down, 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 down. So let's say that they like this one. So I'm just going to click on it. And I'm now going to choose an option of my canvas. So guys, as you saw, I was very careful about the DPI had to be green checked for me to actually add that option. So let's just go with the largest one. Vertical slim, add to cart. There's also some additional information here. So the weight of the product and the available sizes. So they can also clear selection or add to cart. And now that I added it to cart, I can proceed to checkout here. Yeah, and it takes me straight to the checkout. Very, very simple, and place order. Yeah, so just very, very simple, guys. Very easy. Okay, guys, so that's the storefront. Now we're going to be creating our cat, and we're also going to be testing sort of, like well, obviously we can't really tell the quality because they are not actually printed, but we're going to be adding PNG that we've downloaded in a massive size, but also the PDF that ChatGPT told us to do. So let's take a look. Okay, guys, so as you can see, I already have so many products here with the cat. But again, I created a template to start with because that's how I prefer to work, like that. So if I now go to my store and add product, and I'm just going to use a template, and I'm just going to do this one because it's the same cat that we are doing. And so basically, guys, what I want to do, I want to take this off, this cat, and going to go to files. So guys, this is my original. Well, let me do it again with you. So I'm going to this is the cat that we just did in Canva. We've upscaled in Canva. You can see the measurements are 5236 times 3944. So I'm just going to click on it. This is the PNG. So let's see what that looks like and what kind of DPI we're getting with this one. So if I just click on it here, it should spring lovely. This is why I love acrylic prints, guys, because, you know, there's no fiddling about, there's no adjusting the, okay, well, let me just try again. It should sort of like spring into action straight away. It did. Fantastic. Okay. So here, if I go again to files, so this is the PNG. So if I go to files, these are my preferred options for the Tiger. I already did the hard work. So here I can see what each one will look like. The customer will see the same thing on my storefront. This is why it's a good idea to actually keep these mock-ups from the original print on demand company, because they can actually see, because as you see, sometimes, you know, it sort of cuts off the paw and things like that. So also, what I found with ChatGPT Plus, I actually feed the image to ChatGPT Plus, and it actually gives me really, really good description. So, guys, if you have ChatGPT Plus, feed your images to it, and then it will give you wonderful, wonderful description. So that's what I found. Again, guys, here horizontal, vertical. Of course, this is horizontal, so everything is perfect, as we can see. Now let's take a look at the DPI. So this is a high DPI 435, but of course, as we go bigger, it goes obviously less, but it still says it's perfect. You know, it's still okay. I mean, it's even 176 DPI. And it still says it's okay, guys. Gelato is very strict about the quality, so you would have like a red cross here if it wasn't okay. Yeah. So here we can also, if you click out, we can preview. And I just love this the style of art the acrylic print is. Yeah. And then again, guys, you know, we would go to mock-ups and how we did what we did the first time. So now let's sort of take him off and go to product file, and I'm going to upload the PDF that sort of, you know, obviously chat gpt told us to do. Okay, so let's see. And it's now uploaded, yay, 10 minutes later, but hopefully it means it's great. So if I now click in again, oh, well, obviously we can't tell the difference because also the PNG is very good looking. So again, everything, I just want to make sure everything fits. Nothing is sort of like here, you know, obviously it's less fiddly than the canvas because it sort of springs into image beautifully. So guys, again, with each artwork, you need to figure these out. These are not, these are the fiddliest part, you know, like choosing the right images. Now, one thing that I'm not seeing here is the DPI. Okay, so we don't actually have the DPI here. Yeah. Um, okay. So we don't even have DPI. Maybe it hasn't got DPI. Maybe it's I don't know. Guys, if you know why, tell me. Let me know. But again, yeah, so we've got these previews, but we do not have the DPI here. So I don't know how to figure that out. Yeah. Um, Again, guys, you know, is it a good idea to have both options printed, PDF and PNG? Possibly, if you want to do this professionally, possibly that may be a good idea. So guys, yes, so we don't have DPI. This is missing. But apart from that, it looks the same as PNG, but ChatGPT seems to think this is the way to go. Of course, this is the only way to go on platforms like Amazon. So then we would continue to mock-ups like before, and you know, the same process that I'm not going to go through. Guys, so this is it for this mammoth tutorial that I have been preparing for a long time, and finally I got around to it. So I'm really happy, and I hope it was helpful. So guys, this tutorial goes first to my Patreon members community. If you want advanced access to all my tutorials, please consider subscribing to my Patreon membership community. I will pop the link underneath this video. and really, have fun with this. Always strive for the best, like really spend your time figuring things out, learning, and make sure that the customers have the best experience they can. I mean, that's from me, the advice from me. So guys, thank you so much. If you love this tutorial, please like and subscribe.